Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Highway 49 RC. If you haven't already, just want to say, be sure you go follow my Instagram over at highway49_RC on Instagram. Got lots of kind of behind the scenes photos, videos of my truck, or not really videos, but like other photos of my trucks when they break, and just after bashing and stuff like that. So today, got the scaler out because the other night, my dad and I were driving out on the course, and I was kind of bound up. I was just kind of feathering the throttle a little bit to try and torque my way out of a situation. And it started making this sound. So that can't possibly be good. I have no idea what it is. I'm hoping that it's just something to do with the pinion gear. So hopefully it's just the pinion slipping on the spur, something like that, or the pinion slipping on the shaft of the motor. I'm really hoping that's all it is, but it sounded pretty bad. So based on the situation though, I'm pretty sure that the pinion's loose, or it slid out from the motor shaft and stripped part of my spur gear. So we're going to go ahead, bust this thing open, see what's going on in there. Okay, so I am going to actually show you guys how I did this. So, first thing I did was just unscrewed the 4 screws on the transmission skid plate here, and then just lifted the whole transmission out the top, because the drive shafts just slide apart. So I'll set that aside, and then I also took off the spur cover, which I have cut, because if you have MIP drive shafts, for the SCX-10, you do need to cut away the spur cover because otherwise it rubs. The stock spur fits, but you just have to either run coverless or cut the cover, which I prefer to run a cover, but it's up to you. So now, simply we're just going to undo the screws here on the motor. Pull that out. So it doesn't look like it's the spur and pinion, which is good, but yet also not at the same time. I would have liked it to just be an easy fix, because if it was the pinion or the spur or something like that, I would have replaced the motor with it, because I have an extra motor on hand, and a smaller pinion because it's a 20 turn. This is a 35. No, this is a 45. My bad. The one that I have on hand is a 20, I think. So it's going to be faster, so I need a smaller pinion. So, okay. Now that you've done that, I'm going to pull off the spur gear here. Just grab your cross wrench and just undo that. I have mine tightened down all the way because I like getting that full torque going. I don't like to have not enough torque. Pull that off. Pull your spur gear off with the slipper plates and pads, and then what you're going to do is you're going to pull off these 3 screws on the back here. Oh geez, sorry, my radio I forgot to turn off. So what you're going to do is these 3 screws right here, so this guy, and this one, you're going to pull off, and that's going to remove your motor plate here. There's the motor plate. I probably should have pulled the drive shafts off first, because they're getting in my way, so we'll do that real fast here. So there are our drive shaft pieces there, and now we can take off this like spur back plate. So then we've got one more screw right here that we can take off. And now we can see what the problem is. And aha, stripped idler gear. I'm not surprised. That's one thing that I've known to fail on SCX-10s is the idler gear. That's actually very interesting. Yep, look at that. Sure enough, that's what I suspected. See this middle gear right here? It's all kind of rounded flat. Part of it's still got teeth on it, as you can see, and then it just goes flat. That's very interesting, actually. I wonder if my housing is cracked or something, because that would lead me to believe that the shaft moved a little bit meaning or allowing this top drive gear to become disengaged with this one properly, therefore allowing it to strip. So that's actually really interesting. I've never stripped an idler gear on a brushed motor before. So alright, so I don't have a spare idler gear, which is pretty unfortunate. So I'm going to have to go to my local hobby shop probably tomorrow, and then finish this video up another day. It's all going to be compiled into one, just so you guys can see it nicely, but for me it's going to be probably another couple days before I actually edit this guy out. So sorry about that, and I'll see you guys when I have a new idler gear. Alright, 3 days later, I'm back with the parts. Got some INCISION axial SCX-10 transmission gears. Let's see, part number is IRC00190 if you guys are interested. We've got the 3 gears, the 3 main gears in there, which I'll replace all of them, 2 new bearings, and some new screws as well. So to start, I'm just going to take all the gears out of the housing and just take them off. Make sure you don't lose that little pin that's in here for this guy, because that's important. Just take off all the gears. So that's the top one. Keep the shaft. We won't be needing that other gear anymore. This center shaft, and this is the center gear here that is stripped out pretty badly. As you can see, it's pretty chewed up. And then just undo the 3 screws. So I have the, I believe this is like a dig, I think it's a dig transmission case. So I have an extended output shaft here. So most of you guys won't have that, but it doesn't really change anything. Now that will come off real easily, just like that. So this is your one output side, and then this is your other. So these are your 2 outputs here. There we go. So we'll be keeping all that stuff. So let's go ahead and grab out the gears. They look really nice. They feel really good. Ooh, yeah. Nice. Those feel really tight. Yeah, those are going to be really nice and strong. Yeah, those feel really good. Okay. So basically same thing in reverse. Take your drive output, put it on that side, and it did come with screws, but I'm just going to use the ones that I've got. I'm not going to use the new ones, so just sandwich it back up like that. I would recommend putting Loctite on there. I'm not going to, but y'all probably should. It's not a bad idea. Be sure you guys do this if you guys are putting new grease in, which you guys will be anyways. So just clean it out when you take this all apart, because you want to make sure you get all those plastic shavings out of there. If you guys do have a stripped gear, you want to get all those shavings out of there and other stuff like that. So I'm not going to get it perfect, but it'll be pretty good. So that side's okay. Okay, that's better. I'll take the bottom gear, put it into the case like this, and then for the center gear, this guy, I will keep these little screws in case I lose one or something, or one comes out. I will definitely keep those. Then you're just going to take these bearings, seat them in either side of this gear. So like this, one in that side, one in the other side, so that it'll spin nice and freely. And then take your shaft here, push that in like that, so that it sticks out a little bit both sides, and slip that, yep, right back into here. There we go, like that. And then for the top gear, your top drive gear, I guess you could call it, there's a slot in one side, as you can see, and that's where the pin goes. So make sure you put that on the right way. So find that pin. Well, here we go. Glad I didn't lose it. Slip your pin in there like that, slide the gear up, turn it until the pin goes in there just like that, and you can see it in there just like that. Now I'll take that, put it on here, and on mine it's going to go in like this direction. And now get your grease, whatever you guys use for grease. I know there's a good Cow RC grease. I don't remember the particular name of it. I just use this Lucas Oil heavy duty wheel bearing grease. Nice freshly greased transmission. Everything's turning real well. Go ahead and put the other side on. Put a little bit of grease on these bearings as well, just so that you guys get nice sealed bearings, so that you're not, you know, getting them full of water and other dirt and gunk and stuff and then having them seize on you, because that's never fun. So stick this all back together like so. Yep, there we go. Perfect. Very nice. So now, really simple to put it all back together. Basically just do everything exactly in reverse. And then I'll get back to you guys when I'm putting in the motor. I'm going to be replacing my motor. I've got a 45 turn RC 4-wheel drive motor in there at the moment. It's just a crawler motor right now. But I'm going to be replacing it with an axial 20 turn electric motor, because oh geez, I got screws sticking to it. Because this guy is really dying on me, and I've actually had really good luck. I had an axial 27 turn in the old can style, and that one lasted me for a super long time, and it never gave up. So I'm gonna put in an axial 20 turn here with a Robinson Racing 32 pitch 10 tooth pinion, because this is a faster motor. So I want a smaller pinion to like account for that, or to kind of help with that. So there's the motor, just standard, just your standard motor. I mean, nothing special about it. When I rebuild this truck, which yes, I do have plans to. I'm waiting for the money to, but I do currently have plans to rebuild my scaler. Stop picking things up. Oh my gosh. When I do rebuild it, my plan is to put potentially a brushless system in here. I'm not sure about that, but maybe I might put a brushless system in. So that could be pretty cool. Give me a lot more torque and just be a lot better in general. So if you guys don't know how to set your spur if you don't know how to set your spur and pinion gear mesh, all you do is you literally just take a piece of paper, just straight up printer paper, and you just put it between the spur and the pinion so that it like just fits through, and then that will tell you really good how your motor mesh or how your gear mesh is, which actually, with this thing like all the way in as far as it can go, it's actually perfect. So I'm not even going to do that little trick. But if you guys are using like a different pinion or something, be sure you guys do use that mesh setting method. Alright, so we're ready to put it back in here. I'm just going to find my drive shaft ends here and slip these guys in. Same with the other side. If I can get it down in there properly. Come on, get in there. Yep, there we go. Nice, 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 nice. So, there we go. New transmission gears in. Vanquish Incision in there. Go ahead and plug these back in. I'll deal with all the wiring mess later. I'll deal with that later also. So let's just go ahead and try this out. I'm hoping that this will be a good fix and a good motor. That's actually nice control there. I like that. I feel like it's got pretty decent control on that. Feels pretty good. I like it a lot. So, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys haven't already, be sure you guys go check out my Instagram. I really like hearing from you guys over there. Lots of cool other photos of stuff that I'm doing. You know, I like to get to know you guys. Stuff like that. If you haven't already, be sure you hit that subscribe button. Become a 49er today. Become part of the crew. And please leave a like as well. Comment down below what you thought of this video. If this helped you, yeah. Be sure you guys get out and have fun with the RC hobby and support your local hobby shops. I'll see you next time, guys.